Hi there, my name is Spielbeck and the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop. And this is a review of the Big Finish release, Time Apart, starring Peter Davison, but no companions. Peter Davison and a bunch of other people. I think is the best way to describe it. It continues on from the end of the last Peter Davison arc, where his doctor was a bit grumpy, was feeling a bit sad, feeling a bit grumpy, and went off to spend some time alone, time apart, so just from the rest of the TARDIS crew, which this release is. So it's essentially it's 4 individual stories, and yeah, look, I'll give you a spoiler warning. This one's a recommend. I'm so glad it's a recommend. It's the first Big Finish that I've been able to recommend for a while. But you know, we're going to get into that, you know, within the review. Before I get into the review, can I ask you guys, can you hit the subscribe button? Can you hit the like button? Can you hit the share button? Mostly hit the subscribe button. I do like the subscribe button. That's one of my favorite ones. That's one of my favorite of all. And I don't like to play favorites, but I do like that button. Now, you know, what happens if you hit that subscribe button? What could happen if you indeed take that time to click that subscribe button? Listen, I'm not going to guarantee you that you will become irresistible to the opposite sex, or indeed whichever gender does tickle your fancy, you know, on that particular day. I will not guarantee you, you know, sexual magnetism. I can't guarantee that, but you know. It's been reported. It's been reported that people clicking the subscribe button have to fend off legions of prospective lovers and spouses. So there you go. So that's one good reason why you should hit the subscribe button. I'm not guaranteeing it happens, but wouldn't you like to find out if it did? Also, of course, you get to make a rabbi happy. You know, listen, it's much easier than buying a bagel. You know, just make it. All you got to do is click the subscribe button. But if you do subscribe, you get to enter my weekly competition. So this week the prize is given away tonight. I should have given it away on Sunday, but I was too bloody tired. Tonight when I'm doing a live stream, it'll be 5 o'clock UK time. This is Judgde Dredd America, a freaking awesome Judgde Dredd graphic novel. It's been very popular, by the way. This prize. Freaking awesome Judgde Dredd graphic novel that you can win right now. All you need to do is subscribe to the channel and in the comments leave the hashtag democracy now. Democracy, that's what we all demand, democracy now. So I'm giving away tonight, 5 o'clock. It's going to be August. If you're watching this in the future, you missed it. You missed it. It's going to be on August 11th, as I said, at 5 p.m. The prize for next week, I'll give you a little sneak preview. It's a bundle. It's a bundle of Doctor Who comics. We have, let me see, the Mark of Mandragora. And again, I think I'm going to be reviewing these in my live stream. Mark of Mandragora, this trade by, who's in this? Andrew Cartmel, any of the, great Andrew Ridgely, Arthur Ronson, and Mark of Mandragora, I would say, is perhaps one of the most important of the Sylvester McCoy stories. Another very important story is Polyglot. With a wonderful artwork by John Ridgway. Absolutely love this. And then there's the compiled 10th Doctor and Martha's comic strips in that special. And I'm going to throw this in as well. I don't know how I got a spare copy of this. The wonderful Doctor Who comic fanzine. I wouldn't call it fanzine, because look at the spine on that. It's freaking awesome. And look, here, let me just show up. They even have like fake rub-down transfers, like from the first episode of first issue of Doctor Who magazine. So that's what I'm going to be giving away next week. I think I'm just going to give it to one person. They're going to get the full bundle. Fine, the full bundle. Well, you know what else is a good full bundle? But also, if this is a Big Finish review, there is a link to a Big Finish story in the video description. So Sapphire and Steel story, great story, but a couple of people have trouble downloading it. If you do, get in contact with me. My email address is in the in the video notes. I'll just send you the link directly. Okay, people haven't trouble down it. This is Sapphire and Steel. It's a really good one, but it's out of print, out of license. You can't buy it anymore. It's gone. And so go ahead, download it and listen to it. Enjoy it if you're able to. And listen, Big Finish ever get the license back, which I doubt they're going to. But if they ever do, tootle over there and buy yourself a digital copy. But you know what else you should tootle over and buy? This is a strong recommend for me because I'm really excited. Time Apart. So Time Apart is 4 individual stories. and they're all pretty good. They're all kind of like lower budget two-handers, and I think they all really benefit for that. So the Doctor, so there's the TARDIS team right now is the Doctor, obviously, Nyssa, Tegan, and Mark. Mark is a Roman slave they picked up in a previous adventure, which actually was a pretty good one. It's Mark, isn't it? Yeah. So they had in the previous adventure, Warzone and Conversion. They had a close encounter with the Cybermen. Was it the David Banks Cybermen? I can't remember. It was very. You know what? I'm gonna look at the website right now. Dang it! Hang 1 second. It's there's no easy way to click it. That's really annoying. You should be able to, because what it does, it takes you to the previous release, which was the Lovecraft Invasion. No, they should have a link on the website to take you to the previous Peter Davison release within the continuity. So where was it? It was Warzone. Listen, it's got an 80 Sideman on the cover. Let's see if David Banks was in that, because they did another one with David Banks. It was really good. David Banks, there you go. So again, that one was a pretty good recommend as well. So anyway, so at the end of this, having a close encounter with the 80 Sidemen, the Doctor's feeling a bit grumpy. I think he's still deeply affected by the death of Adric. Weren't we all, mate? Weren't we all? And so he says, look, I think we need some time apart. So these are 4 adventures that happen. I think more encounters that happens while he's wandering around on his own. Next week's release is what the companions got up to while they're apart. The Slovene are on the cover, so that's kind of exciting. And I guess they're going to meet up at the end of it. So yeah, I guess that's the plan. So the first of the 4 stories is, I actually think, the best one. Ghost Station by Steve Lyons. Let me just read the blurb for the release. Separated from his companions. Well, he's not really separated. He decided to do a bunk. Separated kind of feels like, oh no, we can't get back. No. The Doctor attempts to find solace in the history of his favorite planet, Earth, but instead discovers new threats are lying in wait. Well, obviously he does. It's an adventure. That's the ongoing theme of all this one. They're all historical stories. Traveling from the 20th century East Berlin to 16th century Strasbourg, the Doctor encounters creatures from other realities, monsters beneath the waves, and human beings determined to exploit their fellow man. Well, yeah, again, are we all, darling? But how long can he survive without a friend? That's again, yeah. So the vibe I get from these are mainly two-handers. And they're very good two-handers of that, but you get like a companion chronicle sort of vibe. You basically have like 2 or 3 actors per story. So the first story, Ghost Station, which I think is available for free, and it's the best one. Okay, it's the best one. So go ahead and download that. I would recommend. That's a really creepy Sapphire and Still-like story. It's set in the disused tunnels, train tunnels underneath Berlin that got cut off when the Berlin Wall went up. And fascinatingly, the train still went through the stations. If they're in East Berlin, they still went through the stations in West Berlin, but didn't stop, and nobody could go to those stations. So you have the story is you have an East Berlin guard patrolling this deserted area. And he happens upon the Doctor happens upon him as something very strange is going on. I don't want to spoil this one at all. It's really good. It's really good. It's a very creepy, as I said, Sapphire and Still-esque story, which actually says something as well. It says something about liberty and freedom, a human want and desire compared to social conditioning. It's a clever story by Steve Lyons. A strong recommend. I'm actually recommending this release on the strength of that, and you can get it for free. It's worth it. The Bridge Master. So that's let me read the blurb. When the Doctor's shadow is sacrificed by villagers, he brushes off his medieval superstition until he begins to grow weak. Can he uncover the truth behind the Bridge Master's curse before it's too late? So again, this is by Jacqueline Rayner, and again, solid, good story. The Doctor turns up, and he's he's conned into walking over a bridge, and there's a this local magician, like wandering magician guy who charges villagers lots of money to put a magic spell on the bridge, and the first person to walk over the bridge becomes like this monstrous guardian of it, and that's why they measure his shadow. And so this woman cons him into going over, but then is racked by guilt because it turns out that if she didn't do that, she'll face a major personal sacrifice. And then they become kind of pseudo companions throughout the story. So really good, solid, entertaining story. Again, strong recommend. So yeah, the reason I haven't been able to recommend Big Finish releases, the last three will be Lovecraft Invasion, Missy Series 2, and Stranded, is because the Big Finish are big into preaching their religion right now, which you got to remember, all this stuff was like written in like late 2017, late 2018, and recorded in 2018. And it has the sensibilities of 2018, which was crazy. Look, life is crazy now, but like, so you keep having stories where and all of them has a like a stunning and brave, kick-ass female character who's transsexual, transgender. And it's a boring trope, and it's like they keep talking about this glorious, beautiful future where everybody is trans. Okay, but like there's got to be just going by the data, I think there's got to be a massive shift in like human consciousness and identity and perception of self. I just don't see it. I don't see it happening. I think, and again, if you are trans, nothing against you. Be trans, mate. Yeah, it's okay to be a minority. We don't all have to be the same. But I think it's fair to say, normative by that, the vast majority of humans find their identity and their sexuality hardwired into them. And it's a core part of one's identity. So yeah, this is the first release that doesn't have that bollocks in it. Thank God. Oh, really glad to get rid of it to avoid it. That's really why this is a recommend. The last disc list, the Lovecraft Invasion, really solid, good story, but they had to preach their religion in it, which is everybody is fluid, everything. Well, fine. So yeah, that's the Bridge Master. What Lurks Down Under is by Tommy Dovbavand, and I believe the release was dedicated to him. He's passed away. He was in the later stage of the cancer, and he really wanted to write Doctor Who. Good on Big Finish, because actually wrote. I think again, this is another really, really good, solid episode of Doctor Who. Let me read the blurb. On the ways of the Indian Ocean, the prisoners aboard the Lady Juliana have fallen into a trance, except for a single girl, Mary Wade, who apparently is a real historical figure. Just showing my ignorance of history, and especially Australian history. No, I've never heard of her. Apparently she's very famous. Desperately needs a doctor, and only one will help her. So yeah, so they got. It's a prison ship taking prisoners to Australia, and everyone there has fallen into this weird trance, apart from like one member of the crew as well, and they have to try and work out what's going on. The doctor turns up. Essentially involves a pretty cool fishy monster beneath the waves, and a meeting between them. Peter Davison and Mary Wade, whoever played her, a good combination. And you can see him like, oh, why didn't you come travel with me for a bit? It's a good, like you see him yearning to see the universe with somebody again. So he's getting over this isolation thing that he's in. And the third story, The Dancing Plague, is pretty forgettable. I listened to it yesterday and I pretty much forgot it. So that's not good. Okay, that's not a good a good thing for story. But yeah, it's not bad. And it's and the other three stories are very, very strong. Making it, I think, this is a strong recommend. I keep saying strong recommend. Arriving in Strasbourg at the height of the Dancing Plague, which apparently was a real thing. People just started dancing and couldn't stop. And then it kind of went away. The Doctor finds himself thrust into a world of paranoia. Can he bring peace to a city at odds with his own people? And again, so this one, Yeah, by Kate Tormund. Haven't heard her stuff before. The companion in this was a bit Mary Sue-ish, was a bit great at everything, and then disregarded for her greatness by the boring white male patriarchy. But it's in general, it's a pretty good story. It's a nice idea. It's just a bit 2017 2018 it's like, okay, enough. It was but at least you had the other three stories, which are strong and weren't preaching anything. I think it's probably a Kate Thorman. She sounds like a newish writer. I think she's only done work for Class, is what they said on it. Let's have a look if. Wow, she's not. Oh, there you go. I was going to say she didn't. Let me just click the. Yeah, she's done an episode of Class. So look, I'm guessing she's a younger writer, and this is just a young writer trope. In general, though, I'm really, really happy to be able to recommend a Big Finish release. I really am. Very, very elated to do that. So again, this month is the second part where you see see what's going down with the Doctor and the companions. While with the Commanders while the Doctor was away, and then I think we're into a Sylvester McCoy arc. We have at least one Sylvester McCoy. I'm going over it now, and then who's the monthly? Oh no, then you get one Sylvester McCoy one, and we're into another Peter Davison two-parter. I think the whole 3-story arc now is pretty much over. As is the range. I mean, look, we got another. I don't know. It's up to what number is this one? This was really. I have to click on too many things to get the answers. Still doesn't bloody say 2051. I don't know. Doesn't say the number of it. 269 says this is 267. Yeah, there's 7, 8 to go. The whole 3-story arc thing I think is pretty much pretty much over now. I'm intrigued to know what they're going to do for release 275, which will be the final one. I'm really quite happy with the monthly range going away now. I think it's been good. It's been good, but I think honestly the box set seems better. I think they've outgrown it. Quite looking forward to the Sixth Doctor and Perry box set coming out this month, which is 4 individual stories. I believe it takes place. What was it? Post Yukanos. There's a couple of releases where the Sixth Doctor meets up with Perry after she's been married to Brian Blessed for a while, and they go off, have adventures together. So I think it carries on to that. So slightly older Perry, but the cover not older Perry at all. She's got a pretty young, younger Perry in it. So there you go. That's my review for Time Apart. Go check it out. Go support Big Finish. I still, I'm so in their corner. Love the work they do, and I just, I'm very excited to be able to recommend their releases to you. My name is Sheila Becken, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop.